Take it away.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Will Parkins, and I lead Reach Durango, the college ministry that sits up here. And so really, really happy to be with you today. This is Miles. I met Miles a few years ago at Fort Lewis College, and man, he has just progressively gotten closer and closer to God. And me and Jimmy have met with him and talked through his faith journey and how he has come to faith in Jesus Christ. And I've just been really, really encouraged about all that God has done in his life. One individual I just want to shout out, I don't even know if he's here, but is a man up at Fort Lewis College named Elijah. He hosts a Bible study in his dorm every week. He just kind of does his own thing. But man, he has had an huge impact on Miles' life. I don't know if you're going to talk about that, but sorry, just stealing your story. But man, we've just got to see God do some really, really cool things in Miles' life, and so excited for him to share just a little bit with you.
Hello, everyone. I'm a little nervous. I didn't know what the dress code was for this, so I'm in jeans. I'm soaked. But happy to see y'all. My name's Miles. I grew up in half of my early morning. My early years in my life, I grew up in Gallup, Mexico, and my family moved up to Crown Point, New Mexico when I was 11. But at a young age, I always knew of God, but never really understand his family and his role in my life. Since the move-in when I was 11, I was in a I wouldn't say bad group of friends, but I was in an environment that would glorify God, and they didn't know who it was. And so I got into I got in my first bit of sin. And with that, I was, how do I say this? I struggled a lot when I was in my teens in that age group, with pornography, with lust, with temptation and all that. And I struggled with that until, let's say about my freshman year in college. And it was not until then that I met a few group of people in my life that I have come to love, and I have come to know them so much. And I'm so thankful for that God has put them in my life, and were able to help me understand and to know of God. And so, and those people, one of them of which I ended up unfortunately hurting, not physically, not mentally, but emotionally. And that really was a turning point in my life where I needed to understand who I was in my life, and who God is, and what he can offer to help me become who I wanted to be. And so in this long process, I met Will. I met Ben, not the younger Ben, the older Ben, the singing Ben. And they introduced me to Reach. And so from there, this was about 1 year and 4 months ago, that I was first attending Reach with them. And from then, beginning of last fall semester, I started going to Reach more schedulely, more consistently. And I met Elijah, which then he brought me into a more personal and close relationship with who I am with God. And going to his Bible studies really opened my eyes to who God is, and how I can display myself and the gospel to other people around me. I am an RA. I am a junior at the college. And so now what I'm doing with my life is I am using the gospel, using the word of God to help me further my journey in my life, to also help other people, especially the people in my dorm, the people in my family. And yes. And so one convincing thing why I'm doing this and why it's so important for me to do this is because I'm standing here today before you guys, before my family back home, and I'm able to experience God's love, God's grace, and everything that he has blessed in my life. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. So, yeah, thank you. I'm going to ask you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Miles a couple questions. Do you acknowledge that you are a sinner and can do nothing to earn God's favor by your own efforts?
Yes.
That's a lot of words. Do you acknowledge that Jesus Christ paid the penalty for your sin and is the only provision for your salvation?
Yes.
Do you acknowledge that by your identification with Christ by faith, you died to sin and were raised to newness of life in Him?
Yes.
And is it your intention to live repentantly under the kingship of Jesus in the new life He has given you?
Yes.